What is up, everybody? This is Alex from HETV, and I need the audience's help on this one because, I don't know, let's get into this. I watched the first 3 episodes of the Amazing Digital Circus, the latest internet slash, it's not even just internet anymore, they're in Fortnite now, these characters. It's just a phenomenon. And I'd seen clips and pictures and discussions about it for the last few years, really. And while I think its origin is very cool and what it's doing with independent animation and the distribution of choosing YouTube to launch it and it being this enormous success and an original idea, I got to admit 3 episodes in, I'm not really seeing if it's for me or not. Well, I'm kind of leaning towards it not being for me. And that's not to say it's bad. I don't think it is bad. It just feels like I'm not the target audience and I'm finding it difficult to get over that for a couple different reasons. I think the writing style and the humor just doesn't really speak to me. I didn't find episodes 1 or 3 particularly funny. There was some stuff in 2 I liked. I liked the Australian crocodile guys. They were fun. And they had some visual gags that I liked too. Yeah, these guys. And there are some hooks at play, there are some story elements that are intriguing to me, but I don't know, I'm an hour into this, I guess a third of it. I noticed that they get longer and longer, the episodes, and I'm sure more stuff is fleshed out. Is there like an episode where it kind of clicks into place, or did other people have a similar experience to me? Because let me just talk about some of the things I like first, actually. I think all the character designs are really cool and weird, especially when you get to the end credits of every episode and you see them in 2D. I thought they look fantastic. Yeah, I think they really work well. Not that the 3D animation is bad, it just has a certain style and look to it, very reminiscent of early 3D video games like Mario 64 or something like that. And this was reminding me of Adventure Time. The eyes in the mouth is a cool touch, and the way that has to be animated and move around is extremely well done, particularly for how small the team is. On the first episode, when I was looking through the animation credits, it was only a small handful of animators working on this. I liked what it was doing in the second episode with the existential NPC attaining self-awareness thing. I'm sure they'll expand on that as it goes along, with a lot of the storytelling incorporating kind of gamery ideas and video game logic, like glitching through the floor, and some of the best visual humor so far has been when it kind of mimics a game engine going wrong, which I'm sure isn't coincidental. And I mean, it's teased at the end of the first episode that they're in a PC, they're in a game or something, and it's real people being sucked in, or I don't know the context yet, I'm only 3 episodes in. Yeah, the main cast of characters is really cool and varied. My favorite designs have probably got to be Zubul, Kane, and Kinga. They're some of the most fun, creative movement associated with them to me so far. And I don't mean this as an insult, but I just felt like if I was watching this when I was like 13, I probably would have loved this, which goes more into like the writing and the style of humor. Like, as much as I love the like Kane character, for example, a lot of the jokes he'd be delivering are very kind of quirky, chungus, random in a way that isn't particularly hitting for me. And Jack strikes me as the most kind of fan servicey character out of all of them, which leads me to the vocal performances, which I'm also not really sold on. They're very, yeah, I'm a voice actor kind of choice. But yeah, Kane seems kind of like the god of this world, or the god equivalent, kind of like in control of everything and can teleport people around and is forcing them to do these adventures, which is the structure of the show so far, where it's kind of like a creature of the week. You're doing this adventure, then you're doing this adventure. Then it's a Mad Max parody, and then it's the Luigi's Mansion kind of parody. Shortly after it began, I just had this wave of feeling like, is this like Zuma's Evangelion? In its kind of existential themes and the mental health stuff, like it seems to be about like depression or anxiety in some way. I don't know, I'll kind of leave it at that for now and see what the comment section winds up saying. Because it was you lot that convinced me to kind of watch it to begin with when I was doing the box office numbers and saw it in there for the final episode. Like, whoa, people really care about this, there must be something to it. And maybe it doesn't bare its teeth until episode 6 or 5 or something. I don't know, I would be willing to watch a couple more episodes. As I say, I didn't dislike it, but I didn't really love it either. I just felt fairly neutral on it. So let me know if you had a similar experience with the first few episodes, if it's like a lot of TV shows that take a few story beats to kind of get it moving and show what it has to offer, or is this a case of if you don't like the first 3 episodes, you're not really gonna love the whole thing as a package? Let me know, and I'll see you on the next vid. Bye!